Seiko, a name every watch lover knows. For over 140 years, they've blended innovation, artistry, and tradition. From the world's first quartz watch in 1969 to the precision of spring drive, Seiko has always balanced heritage with progress. Now in 2025, they're still surprising us with releases that capture both the heart and the eye. Today, we're counting down 5 of the very best Seiko watches for men. Timepieces that embody the brand's artistry, technology, and legacy. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into Seiko's finest for 2025. Now, if you've never heard of the Vanac line, let me paint the picture. Back in the 1970s, Seiko wasn't afraid to push the boundaries of design. The Vanac models were bold, geometric, and unapologetically funky. They represented the energy of their era: faceted crystals, colorful dials, and daring case shapes. Fast forward to 2025, and Seiko has brought that spirit back with the SLA 083. This isn't just a lazy reissue, it's a modern rebirth of a legend. The case is sharp, angular, and almost architectural, measuring in at 41 millimeters. The integrated bracelet gives it that unmistakable 70s vibe, while the facets catch the light in ways that keep your eyes glued to your wrist. But here's where it gets serious. Under the hood, this watch runs at the caliber 8045, a movement that's basically Grand Seiko level. Hand-assembled at the Shizukuishi studio in northern Japan, it delivers a 72-hour power reserve and accuracy within -10 to +5 seconds a day. That's elite performance. You're not just getting a funky retro case, you're getting cutting-edge mechanics that rival much more expensive Swiss pieces. And then, of course, there's the dial. The SLA 083 comes with a bold groove texture, a huge V marker at 12 o'clock, and that Vanac V seconds hand. Every glance at this dial reminds you that this watch isn't shot. It's not here to quietly slip under a cuff. It's here to stand out. This is the kind of piece that appeals to 2 types of collectors: those who lived through the Vanac era and want that nostalgia, and younger enthusiasts who are looking for something that's not your typical dive watch or dress watch. It's funky, it's premium, and it's unapologetically King Seiko. If I had to summarize the SLA 083 in one word, it would be this: bold. Bold design, bold heritage, bold mechanics. This isn't a watch for everyone, but if it clicks with you, it will become the centerpiece of your collection. From bold retro design, we shift gears, literally, into the world of motorsport. Seiko and racing have a long history together, and in 2025, they've given us one of the coolest collaborations in years. The Seiko Prospex Speedtimer Datsun 240Z Limited Edition. Now the Datsun 240Z isn't just any car. This was the sports car that put Japan on the map in international rally racing. Affordable, reliable, and thrilling, it mirrored Seiko's own philosophy in watchmaking. So when Seiko announced this collab, the watch community lost its mind. Here's the kicker. This isn't just one watch. It's a trio of limited editions, each paying tribute to the racing spirit of the 240Z. First up, the SPB 517. This one's the purest choice. A clean, time and date automatic with a 39.5mm case, powered by the caliber 6R55. That's a rock-solid movement with a 72-hour power reserve. Limited to just 2,500 pieces worldwide, it's all about simplicity and everyday wear, but with that racing DNA. Next, the SRQ 057. Now this is for the chronograph fans. Under the hood, you got the 8R48 mechanical chronograph movement, column wheel, vertical clutch, the real deal. And finally, the SSC 957. This is the solar chronograph, powered by the V192 movement. Fully charged, it'll run for 6 months without a hitch. It's the most accessible of the trio, but it still captures that Datsun 240Z vibe with its colorful dial accents and dynamic look. What ties all 3 together are the design cues. You'll notice dial textures and color schemes that echo the classic livery of the rally cars. Now let's talk collector value. Car guys love it. Watch guys love it. And when those 2 worlds collide, you got a recipe for instant hype. But beyond the hype, these Speedtimers are genuinely well-built, practical, and stylish. They don't just sit in a display case, they're meant to be worn, whether you're behind a desk or behind the wheel. Now, after speed and boldness, let's slow things down and appreciate pure craftsmanship. The next piece on our list is the Seiko Presage S95, a watch that honors Seiko's origins in the most beautiful way. This model pays tribute to Seiko's first-ever pocket watch from 1895. That pocket watch marked the true beginning of Seiko as a watchmaker, and in 2025, the S95 reimagines it for the wrist. The first thing you notice, that dial, it's crafted in pristine white enamel, produced under the careful supervision of master artisan Mitsuru Yokosawa. Enamel dials are notoriously difficult to make. The material must be fired at extremely high temperatures, and the process is unforgiving. One mistake, and the entire piece is ruined, but the payoff is worth it. A dial that has incredible depth, warmth, and a glow that will never fade over time. Pair that with bold Roman numerals and blued steel hands, and you've got a watch that looks like it could have come straight out of the late 19th century, yet still feels timeless today. Inside, the S95 runs on Seiko's caliber 6R5H. This automatic movement boasts a 72-hour power reserve and solid accuracy. It's a reliable workhorse, but presented here in a case and dial that elevated into something artistic. Size-wise, we're looking at around 40 millimeters, which strikes the perfect balance. Large enough for modern tastes, but still true to the heritage pocket watch inspiration. The curved sapphire crystal adds to that vintage charm, creating a soft distortion at the edges that makes you want to tilt the watch back and forth just to admire it. Who is this watch for? Well, this isn't for the guy who wants a rugged diver or a flashy sports chrono. This is for the man who values history, tradition, and artistry. If the King Seiko Vanac is bold and the Speedtimer 240Z is fast, the Presage S95 is soulful. It's a quiet statement piece, one that whispers instead of shouts, but leaves just as strong an impression. Next on our list is a true showcase of Japanese artistry, the Seiko Presage S47. Now, the Presage line has always been about combining Seiko's watchmaking with traditional Japanese craftsmanship. And with the S47, we get something incredibly special, a Urushi lacquer dial GMT. Urushi is an ancient Japanese art form. The lacquer is derived from the sap of the Urushi tree, and applying it is painstaking. Each layer is brushed on by hand, cured, then polished before the next layer is added. This process can take weeks. The result? A dial that has infinite depth. Underlight, it glows like liquid black glass, rich, mysterious, and luxurious. But the S47 isn't just about beauty. It's also about functionality. This model is powered by the caliber 6R54, an automatic movement with a GMT complication, and a 72-hour power reserve. That means you can track a second time zone, perfect for business travelers, international callers, or just anyone who loves a practical complication. The case measures 40.2 millimeters with a thickness of about 12.4. It wears elegant but solid. 100 meters of water resistance makes it reliable for daily life. And the curved sapphire crystal enhances that lacquer dial, almost like looking into a deep pool of ink. This is where Seiko really flexes its muscles against Swiss competition. To get a hand-lacquered dial like this from a Swiss brand, you'd easily be paying 5 figures. But Seiko gives it to us in the Presage line at a fraction of the cost, without compromising on quality. Who is this watch for? It's for the collector who values art on the wrist. Someone who wants a piece of Japanese tradition, but also needs a practical GMT function. It's a conversation starter, a statement of taste, and a reminder that Seiko doesn't just build watches. They build cultural artifacts. If I had to describe the S47 in one word, it would be refined. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it radiates sophistication. And now, we end our journey with a piece that embodies elegance and heritage, the King Seiko S89. This watch is a modern homage to the original 1965 King Seiko KSK. Back then, King Seiko was created as a sibling rival to Grand Seiko, both divisions competing to build the best Japanese watch possible. And while Grand Seiko eventually took the spotlight, King Seiko carved out its own legacy with sharp, refined dress watches. The S89 brings that legacy into 2025 with a case that's just 38.6 millimeters in diameter and a mere 10.7 millimeters thick. That slimness is thanks to the caliber 6L35, an automatic movement that delivers a smooth sweep and a respectable 45-hour power reserve. The design is pure 1960. Sharp case lines, Zaratsu-like polishing, and a subtle silver sunray dial. It doesn't scream for attention, it whispers class. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. You can wear this to the office, to a wedding, or even casually, and it will always feel appropriate. What I love about the S89 is how it strikes balance. It's more refined than a Seiko 5, but more accessible than a Grand Seiko. It's the sweet spot for collectors who want heritage, quality, and elegance without going overboard. This is a watch for the man who values quiet confidence. The kind of guy who doesn't need to flex with a Rolex or an Omega. He knows his taste, and that's enough.